Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. As of right now, there are 2 tiers you can sign up for. The first tier is called the OneLove Fan. The perks that you will receive are loyalty badges that set you apart from the rest in the comments. You will also be able to use custom emojis as well as priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks that you will receive here are the loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority reply to comments, member shoutouts. More perks will be added down the road. If you are interested in joining the membership, please feel free to hit the join button. So in today's video, we're going to cover a few of Olivia's lives. There were some lives that I didn't touch on, but I'm only going to pull out the pieces of her life that I felt I wanted to say something on. So I'm going to take y'all back to the day before Robyn's birthday, and then we're going to go forward. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in.
No, my baby's already doing better. She's just, when you're getting over something and you lay down and you still have like the cough a little bit. She's doing a lot better than yesterday. So that's all that matters. But of course when she lays down, like it drips and it makes her cough. I'm not going to work out tonight though. I'm just going to keep eating the way I'm eating. I'm eating super good. I'm on a good path. But all the drinking and like...
Wait, mommy.
What?
So tomorrow, we're not going to skate?
I'm not going to what? Skate? Probably not, baby. Because I have Kalani.
Can watch her.
Cool and groovy if we treat each other fair. It's Otto. He's made us into a pyramid and he put himself on top.
No, send 100. I'm not trolling. I don't have to troll. I don't care. It just depends. What are you looking for? You're looking for a FaceTime, a regular call? What are you looking for? It all depends what you're talking about here.
Send 100.
Mind your business. Thank you. I'm not talking to you.
Somebody wants to call you or something?
Someone wants to call me. To talk to me, but they have to pay for it. Because my time ain't free. Clean kitchen, check. Put stuff away. Oh, check. Wash clothes, check. Do worksheet, I gotta do that. Work out, that's not happening. And then keep the house clean. Clean the house. Who put this? Who put this?
Who put what?
This.
And then keep the house.
You did that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You're
That's
slut.
Christian. Keep the house clean.
You wrote on my thing? You wrote on my board?
Like somebody wrote, like they could have.
Maybe a piercing and a tattoo torn? Is it fall break? Yes.
That's hilarious. So you could tell by the look on Olivia's face she was in her feelings because either Robyn or Christian wrote on her board, keep the house clean. I think that's hilarious that one of her kids had to write that down for her so she could take care of that, because it is weird, and I've said this before, it's very weird that Olivia does most of her cleaning when her other 3 children are there. But I also think it's funny too that Olivia is using this to-do list board like Jasmine does. Because we see how Jasmine, she has certain things that she puts on her refrigerator. And here it is, Olivia is doing the same thing. I'm all for doing to-do lists. I do sometimes use like notebooks that are geared towards, keeping a day-to-day to-do list so I'm not forgetting certain things. But for the most part, I don't see anything wrong with doing it. I just think it's funny that we just keep seeing Olivia doing the same things that Jasmine does, but yet Olivia always tries to make it seem like Jasmine is so beneath her. But Olivia definitely do be picking up some things that Jasmine does, and she does it as well. So I just thought that was pretty funny. But you could hear Robyn asking Olivia if she's going to skate too. So I've been seeing some of the people in her comment section asking her about this birthday vlog. And it just goes to show that when Olivia said that she was going to start doing vlogs, I knew she wasn't going to be consistent with that, because that requires work. To cut a live on, that don't take much effort. But it's sad that her audience keep believing the things that, you know, Olivia says she's going to do when she's having her come to Jesus moment, and she wants to change up her channel. She wants to start her new chapters, and she promises her audience, you know, different content she's going to provide for them, and she never delivers. She's never consistent. She never follows through. So, you know, I don't know what all they did for Robyn's birthday, but it definitely does seem like Robyn is saying that this is where they were supposed to go, which was skating.
20 is too low. Exactly. I'm good. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Like, it's nothing to. Offering me $25 is insane, though.
Oh, mommy, this time you can, like, for real, open your computer for me.
No, I have to go on my computer. Like, the men who've, like, sent me money, like, y'all remember that dude, Ty? Remember that guy? Remember that guy that came in my chat and he super chatted all that money? That man cashed at me, like, a shit ton of money. Like, I'm talking, like, a lot of money. And he was just like, where do I send it? I gave him where to send it to, and he sent it. He didn't ask me, well, let me do this and let me do that. Bitch, no. Send it or don't. Don't talk about it, be about it. Who? That person, y'all don't remember him. Anyway, he spent like a couple G's, and he was like freaking out. He was like, oh my god, I spent all this money, and then we stopped talking. But like, I was like, why? Why, daddy? Come back. Come back, rich daddy. Huh? Nothing. I forgot they were saying. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. What's wrong with me getting some money? I'ma spend it on y'all. Mommy can't get no money?
No, we're not even talking about the money. We're talking about what you just said. That's it.
Saying things like that.
Daddy.
Oh my god, I'm just joking, you guys.
I'm
all in my business. You're right. You're so right. Oop.
That's not your dad. That's a man.
Okay, alright. Lectured me enough. Thank you.
You only say that to your dad. You only say that to a man.
Bye, Erica. You're blocked.
How embarrassing. I mean, how embarrassing that once again your children have to bring correction to you. You have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old who have enough common sense to know that the way you are talking, it is so inappropriate. So this guy, Ty, that she's referring to, is the guy during her homeless scam where people were cash apping her and sending her money via PayPal. Well, this guy was in her comment section and was asking her for her cash app, and he was sending her a lot of money. People were seeing how he even super chatted her. I believe it was $500. So this is who she's talking about. She later on says that this dude sent her a couple of G's. So you got, just off of one person alone, $2,000 from your homeless scam. Wrap your mind around that. Now, we already know this girl racked up money because we saw what her views was doing. We saw the super chats that was coming through. We also saw that many people were donating to her Cash App and sending money via PayPal. This girl made a nice little coin for 2 months off of this homeless scam. And yet she sits here as if she doesn't know how she's going to continue to pay for child support. I think it's so weird that, you know, this woman has no shame about herself. But she basically was referring to this guy as daddy. She's talking like this. Now, we know this ain't nothing new. Olivia says all types of things in front of her children. All 5 of them. But she's referring to this guy as daddy. Robyn and Christian hear her say that, and Christian immediately was like, that's nasty. Why are you referring to a man as your daddy? Then you hear Robyn saying, that's sick. Now, understand the choice words that these children use. They said it was nasty for her to refer to a man that's not her father as daddy. And they also used the word sick. The fact that they use those 2 words lets me know that these kids have a whole lot of common sense. They have the ability to see a thing and understand fully what it is. They intentionally use those words, and I agree with them both. Her saying what she said was very nasty and inappropriate, and it was sick and twisted. Now, I'm going to say something. I don't know how y'all will feel about it, but I want y'all to look deeper in what I'm about to say, because I feel like when you look at the hip-hop culture as it is today, the hip-hop culture has changed drastically over the years. But when you look at how social media and, you know, Hollywood, how they all are used interchangeably to bring about a influence to the young generation, to corrupt their minds, to pervert their minds, and to change the course of where they are supposed to be, you know, in life. Because your parents are the foundation of shaping a child's life in the direction that they're going to go. But once you start allowing your children to get tapped into, you know, social media, listening to certain music, it will begin to transform their mind in a way where it can affect them negatively. And when you look at Hollywood intentionally do these things to corrupt your children's mind, which is why parents have to be so careful in what they allow their children to watch and what they allow their children to listen to. Now, we have heard over the years women referring to the men that they are sexually in a relationship with as them being their daddy. This has been the language that has been used. Just like a man will refer to the woman that he's in a sexual relationship with as mama. Now, I will admit, back in the day, I spoke the exact same way because I didn't think anything was wrong with it. But once I started to fully understand what was really being conveyed, I stopped talking like that. And what I'm trying to get y'all to see is there is a perversion in that. Because you only have one mother and you have one father. And the words associated with mother, mama, mommy, ma, however you want to word it. Just like when you look at the word daddy, it should only be applied to your biological parents, not in the sense of you speaking these words, relating it to a sexual partner. It's twisted and it's perverted. So sometimes we have to take a step back and ask ourselves the question, why is this particular slang trending? Why are the people in the hip hop culture using these specific words in this specific way? We cannot just continue to repeat what we're hearing and never question why it's being said to begin with, or never questioning where is this coming from. We have to be set apart. We can't just go with what the masses are doing or what the majority is doing. You have to think for yourselves. And so for a Christian to say, that's nasty, for Robyn to say, that's sick, there is some truth in that, because their minds are still innocent. Their minds have not been corrupted yet to the evil that's in this world. So they have more of a clarity in what is being done, and they can call it out as they see it. And so for them to be able to see, there is something about the way her mother said this about another man, calling him daddy, for them to be able to see something was wrong with it, speaks very loudly that something is wrong with it, and it's something that it goes against our nature. As parents, we have to understand that when it comes to Hollywood, whether it's movies or music that's coming from Hollywood, you have to understand that they are literally trying to legalize pedophilia. And when you really take a deep dive into this, it's a rabbit hole, but it's also in our faces. This has been pushed in our faces for a very long time. And this is why, as parents, we cannot just subject our children into following along with this culture that is being pushed in our faces. Because a lot of this music, as I've stated before, is over-sexualizing little girls. I find it so cringy to see grown women playing ratchet music that's speaking about sex, that's speaking about body parts, that's cussing. It's so much that we see and hear in the music that's being pushed out today. And I cannot for the life of me understand how a grown woman with children can listen to this nasty type of music. And then you wonder why your little girls will end up becoming sexualized, will end up wanting to have sex at a very young age. These are the seeds that you're planting in your children's mind. You can't think that if they're listening to music that's talking about sex, that they're not going to at some point get to a point where they're going to become curious and they want to have sex. Like, we got to be smarter than this. But I digress. Let's continue.
Most likely no. Shoot. Truth be told, I'll probably be locked up in December. Honestly, truly. Because it is what it is. I might be going away for a few months, y'all. Oh, it's not funny, but it's funny. The lights are giving Halloween, yeah. How you been? I'm cool. Ain't no way. No, I feel like there's a possibility. But I don't want to, like, speak that into existence type shit. But, like, it is what it is. Like, I have to be prepared. You know? So, we'll see. Here's the dilemma I'm running into. And you guys tell me what you think. They want me to pay child support. Or he wants me to pay child support, right? But I want to spend money on my kids. You feel me? So it's like when they're here, I want to spend money on them. If I pay him his child support, I can't spend money on them. You know? And that's what the money's for, to spend money on them. So let me spend my money on them and leave me the fuck alone type shit. Like, what? You know, like all the money I spent on Robyn's birthday, I could have put on the child support. But I want to spend it on my baby's birthday. What the fuck am I gonna do? You know, type shit. So it's like, this is so stupid. So fucking stupid. But it's cool. I'll sit down. That way, you know, like if I could spend my baby's birthday with her and give her that moment and give her that time and give her what she wants, like that's more important to me. I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. Because even though I'm job searching, they want me to still pay the child support. But it's like, how am I supposed to pay the child support if I'm not working? Comprende? So it's like, I be telling them, comprende, but it's like they don't comprende. So, so it's like, okay, well, I mean, what are we going to do?
So Olivia is saying that it is a possibility that she may end up having to go to jail in December. Now, I do know that one of the conditions that they gave her here recently when she had court on September 30th was that she had to get a job. Not do social media, but she had to literally get a regular job so that they could start either garnishing her check or her paying, you know, directly. But she has to get a job so she can pay child support. Now, they have been working with her, and she did have a meeting where she had to meet with, she said, someone from the court, and the other individual was, she said it was CPS, because CPS is what's helping her get child care for her children so she can work. But she referred to the other people as the workforce. Now, she was on TikTok showing where she was at the establishment to use a computer to look for work. She was doing some kind of proctor. I think she went there because remember she said she had a virtual interview for a Target. So I think she went to this establishment to do the test, because you know some of these jobs you have to do like an assessment. So I'm thinking maybe that's why she was at this particular establishment, because she had to take the assessment for the interview. Obviously, it's looking like she may not have gotten a job because she's here talking about she's still looking for work. So I don't know how long they gave her to find work, but I do find it interesting that she is saying that it's a possibility she may end up getting locked up in December. Also, keep in mind that she has to go back to court December 9th. So this is why she's specifically saying she may end up getting locked up in December. Now, as far as the other things she said regarding how she doesn't understand why she can't just directly spend money on her children instead of having to pay Gerard child support. The thing is, Olivia, your children have one birthday, one day out the whole year. So if you are getting your children every other week, they're still predominantly living in the household that belongs to their father and their stepmother. Every day, your children has to be taken care of. Every day, they have to have a roof over their head. They have to be comfortable to where they have some type of heat or air conditioning while they are living in that home. They have to be able to have running water. They have to be able to have food to consume on a daily basis. They have to be able to have a means of driving to and from school or getting to school every day. They have to be able to have clothing so that they can be clothed every day. There's so many things that you're not looking at when it comes to what it takes to actually take care of a child. You're using the example of, well, it was Robyn's birthday, and you're looking at the money that you spent on Robyn's birthday could have been used for child support. Again, that has nothing to do with what I just outlined, because Robyn only had one birthday that only comes one day out the year. So what about the other 364 days out the year, Olivia? You act like you are really just spending all this money on your children, and you're not. You pretty much have been AWOL for a few months. And again, you're not looking at the fact that these children have to have the necessities to be able to survive on a daily basis. So what you're saying right here is just not making sense. As a parent, you should be able to know how to put money aside for your children during special occasions like birthday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whichever one you celebrate. Any type of funds you want to set aside when they're on their fall break, spring break. Like, that's what you do as a parent. But just because you spent money on her birthday, that shouldn't be, you shouldn't look at that as, oh, well, I have to make a choice. You should be able to do both. You should be able to pay your child support because, again, your children need that money every day to live and survive. And you should be able to buy your children gifts for their birthday. I don't understand your thought process, because I'm sure in your mind you thought it made sense what you said, but it really doesn't. Because as I've broken down, there are so many things that your children need every single day to survive and to be able to, like I said, if you're just solely looking at getting back and forth to school, like, that takes transportation, that takes gas, any maintenance that have to be done to that vehicle, that is a necessity in order for your children to be able to go to school. So what you're saying is just not making sense. I feel like, once again, you're just trying to find another excuse to justify why you don't feel you should be paying child support. But child support is what you would already be doing if the children were in your care. You would have to be spending probably more money than what they're even asking of you. I don't even know how much money they're asking her to pay now. But more than likely, you would be spending even more money to take care of your children, because you got to pay rent and mortgage somewhere for your children to have a roof over their head. You're going to have a food expense. You're going to have electricity, gas, water. You understand what I'm saying? Clothing expense. And then you got to factor in health insurance. See, you're used to getting Medicaid from the state to take care of your children if they were to have to go to the doctor or the hospital. But if you are working a regular job, you're paying insurance through your employer, and that is not cheap. Like, we spend a lot of money on insurance, but it pays to have good health insurance because anything can go wrong. You don't know. But your children most definitely have to have health insurance, Olivia. It's like, I don't understand your thought process. But all you see is, I'm giving Gerard this money. No, you're not. Do you not look at how much money Gerard is paying on a monthly basis for his household? Are you not taking that into consideration? Like, it's just weird. Those are your children too. It shouldn't be just because your kids are living with their father that some kind of way you shouldn't have to contribute. Those are your children as well, and you are also responsible in making sure your children have what they need. Period. Yeah, it sounds like Olivia was trying to hint to Jen that she wanted her to watch the kids for her, because Olivia wants to go out. And I find the timing very interesting, where Olivia is talking about how she wants to go outside and she wants to go out now, because on this exact same day when Olivia went live right here, Chrissy put out a video showing her going out. So obviously Olivia was watching Chrissy's video, because again, Chrissy put her video out on Friday, and she was showing herself getting ready, and she was talking about how she was going to, go out and hang out with some people in the area. And so now Olivia wants to go out. Yeah. Boy, Olivia, what does in a whole mean? What you mean to say is as a whole. As a whole. That is the correct way to say it. In a whole, that makes no sense, girl. But obviously, Olivia is definitely feeling a certain type of way. And her going on this rant that she's about to go on, where she's saying that, she really don't care. She don't care anymore. She's really hurt because Joey did not want to be in a relationship with her. He did not ask her to, for her to be his girlfriend. Because y'all know that's what she wanted. She wanted Joey to ask her in a romantic way. And she was like, but, we'll see. We'll see if he asks. Well, obviously he said no. He left. And now Olivia is swearing off men all over again. And this is what I was saying. Olivia will preach, single is the best life. I love being single. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be married. But the moment she finds somebody that she likes, that story changes. And then when things go awry, then she's back to this. I want to be single. I love being single. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to get... Like, this is what we keep seeing. So she's always, changing up the narrative when things don't go the way she wants. But yeah, Olivia is definitely hurt. Like, for real.
I just don't care. I don't care. And I didn't want to get to this point, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So, and the reason I say that is because I don't want... Let me just go get me. Let me get my coffee. And I think you should know that. Welcome to the club. I don't like people. Well, I don't want people to think I don't like people. Females, I can fuck with females. Females don't bother me. Like, y'all think that I'm, like, I mean, some people might think, like, I don't care about females. Females, I feel like females just don't bother me. At all, I like some of them like me, but the other ones, like, I don't even see females. Like, females are just females. That's why I particularly said men. Like, I'm just over it. Like, with men, like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. So, with that being said, I want to be outside. Be outside, honey. Okay, mommy got you your little snack, okay? So you're staying single. Oh, yes. You guys, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm probably going to die single. I'm going to be real with y'all. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to have my little fine shits. I'm not saying that. I'm going to have fine shits all over the place. I mean, I'm Olivia. I mean, come on now, girl. I mean, I'm just going to be real with y'all. You can call me a hoe. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't give a fuck. I like what I like, and that's just what it is. And if I think I'm in love one week and bitch I'm not in love the next week, that's just because it's not fake though. That's the thing. I'm not faking shit. I actually really do love these people. Like, and it's not like everybody. I'm just saying, like, when I say I love somebody, like, I actually really do love them, yeah. Like, I really do fuck with them. It's all real on my end, but my cutoff game has become so strong. Like, I'll cut you off. Even if I do love you, I could love you and lose you. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I loved you. Thank you for letting me love you. Now you gotta go, and I have to go. So let's go. We gotta go our separate ways. But it was really nice loving you, and I'll always love you. I think that's just the cancer in me. Like, I'm just like that. Like, I don't feel on a empty level. Like, I'm a very deep person, so, like, everything with me is deep. Like, even my feelings, like, I can't help it. I catch feelings for people. I'm a lover girl. It is what the fuck it is. I'm not gonna act like a cold-hearted, like, I'm not gonna act like something I'm not. You guys are like, oh, yeah, you love everyone. You like everyone. Bitch, maybe I do love everyone. Maybe I do like everyone. Maybe.
Once again, you're blaming your zodiac sign to make it seem like that's why you are the way you are, and that has nothing to do with it. When you have abandonment issues, when you have rejection issues, you tend to be clingy. You tend to want to hold on to people, even when you shouldn't hold on to them. It's your insecurities that causes you to want to be in relationships so bad. It's the fact that you have not really been loved. And that's why you seek for it in men. But as I've stated before, you have a deep void. That's the only thing deep I can say that I see about you is the void that is in you. It is extremely deep. And you keep trying to reach for men thinking that they're supposed to feel it, but they can't feel it. And every time you reach for a man hoping that they will be the ones that can make you happy, make you feel something within yourself that is going to erase what is really going on within you, you're going to continue to end up being disappointed. Because you cannot put that level of expectation on a man thinking that they are going to be the answer to whatever problems you have going on the inside. Nobody can fill that void for you, Olivia. And that's the part that you keep ignoring. You're not getting it. You will never find satisfaction in a man until you deal with the root issues that are going on within you. You are the problem. You're the problem. You're the one with the issues. And I just feel that it's so convenient of you to now want to have this conversation because things did not work out between you and Joey. You put all your eggs in that basket thinking that everything was going to finally work out, and then it didn't. And now you're trying to pick the pieces back up all over again, and this has been a vicious cycle that you keep replaying over and over again. Because you're not dealing with you, and you're not vetting these men. You love the idea of love. You love the idea of what a man can provide for you. But you keep falling short. And you keep ending up empty-handed because it's what you want that is blinding you from the reality that is in front of you. You're not allowing yourself to actually see who these men are. And you definitely can't see them if you're having sex with them so fast. Of course your feelings are going to be involved. I think it's even more crazy for you to say that you like what you like, and if that makes you a hoe, then that just makes you a hoe. So you're okay with just being a hoe. Because you like what you like, and you don't know how to have some type of self-control in that. Because just because you are a person that loves to have sex all the time doesn't mean it's okay for you to be out here having sex with random men, Olivia. Like, do you not get that? Now, it is your body. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But you're putting your body at risk. And you still have young children that are dependent on you for you to be there full time to take care of them. I think it's crazy that you move the way you move as if HIV is not on the rise. Like, you are in Texas. HIV is on the rise. Syphilis has been on the rise. Like, there are a lot of STDs that are on the rise, and we already know you don't like for any man to wear condoms. So you're just risking your life sleeping around with these dudes. That says a lot about how you really care about yourself. I think it's horrible that at 35 years old, you still ain't figured out that something is wrong with how you're moving. It's very sad that you don't care enough about yourself to change it up and to do things different. You're very reckless. You're very reckless. And I think it's extremely sad that you don't even love your children enough to change.
I'm gonna throw this trash away. Liv, get out of being disrespectful. What? The thing is, are you in love with them or do you have love for them? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Honestly, who really cares at the end of the day? If I fuck with them, I fuck with them for the moment. But I'll probably die single, y'all. Honestly. I'll probably be single forever. Because, hold on, let me throw this shit away. It seems as though nobody can match me. So, unless I find a person that can, like, match me for real, then I'm gonna be single.
Once again, you're proving my point. That's the part you're still not getting. You're talking about, I'm trying to find somebody that's going to match my energy. Olivia, you are finding men that's matching your energy. Do you still not see it? You're finding men who can't settle down. You don't know how to settle down. You're talking about you love being with different people. You're finding men that are also loving to be with different women. You are trying to find somebody that is going to match your energy, but the energy that you're giving is attracting those men into your life. Men who have no aspirations, men who are really not trying to be about anything. They're very low vibrational. And it's like, this is what you're putting out there because you carry that as well. And the fact that the reality of this situation, you don't have to always be low vibrational. That's the crazy part. You choose to stay in this place. You choose to not work hard on yourself to better yourself. You want somebody to just take you as you are, but you think the person that you're going to attract is going to be on this higher level, who's going to be wealthy, who's going to be able to just give you the sun, moon, and the stars. You are living in a false reality, Olivia, if this is what you're thinking is going to happen. You have to work on you, and you're not. You're not doing the work. You're not trying to better yourself. You talk a good game, but you have no follow through at all. So as long as you remain low vibrational, giving off this energy, this is going to be what you continue to attract.
I do. I just I don't know. We don't have to talk about the ins and outs of what type of relationship I want. As far as like the person, I just don't. Over at 123K. Oh my God! 123K, period. Look at y'all. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, I'm trying to retrain myself to have zero feelings and give zero fucks, okay? So, things are gonna get a little wild around here, but don't pay no attention to it, y'all. Like, it's gonna look more wild than it truly is. It's really not wild for real. It's just, you know, I already told you guys, I want to start going outside. I want to start meeting people and just doing it in a way where it's like, I'm just free. I'm just free to do what I want and feel how I want and fuck who I want and love who I want. Like, I'm just gonna do me 100,000%. And at the same time, I need to make money. So I gotta figure that shit out too. Because if you guys really knew, if I could really tell you guys what's really going on, but I can't tell you guys my business. So there's that. But anyway, it's not even, I don't even want to tell y'all my business. I don't even want to, but I'm just saying, like, it's like, men are just so disappointing. So why would anybody allow people to continue to disappoint them? For what reason? Like, what is that? Happy Friday. I think deep down all women want the same, to be cared for, protected, and loved. Oh yeah, of course we do. Of course, but as the years go on and the generations go on, these men become more and more fucked up, if you haven't noticed. Like, and that's why I try my best, like right now, like, I just try my best to love on my sons. Like, I think that's so important. Like, I don't want my sons to be emotionless creatures. Like, Oh my God, no, like, I will not allow it. Like, I want them to be there, you know, emotionally.
See, there you go again, trying to push the blame off on men. You're trying to make it seem like it's the men that's causing you to have all these issues, but it's the women too, and you fall into that category as well. I mean, men, most definitely, it's a different caliber of men today, but there's also a different caliber of women today. Like, class has just been thrown completely out the window. There is no class that you see a lot with women, even when you look down to how women dress. There's no sense of class and, you know, being demure and being, you know, respectful where they're respecting their bodies. I mean, they're pretty much just wearing anything, leaving nothing to the imagination for men to wonder what they look like with their clothes off. Like, y'all just show it. And then y'all wonder why men objectify y'all, and then y'all want to be in your feelings. Like, it's weird. But it's not just the caliber of men have changed, it's the caliber of women as well. And as I keep stating, you keep running into all these issues with these men, and yet you fail to realize you are the common denominator in all of these different relationships. You are the one who's showing up in every relationship that has failed. But you want to remove yourself from the equation and just solely say it's the men, never considering the fact that maybe there's something going on with you. It's crazy. And it's even more crazy for you to want to talk about how a lot of these men out here are not basically emotionally intelligent. But what are you contributing to the sons that you have? You acting like you are Mother Teresa over there and you're raising, you know, brilliant sons to know how to treat a woman. Look at what your son just did to his teacher. Your son is constantly hitting on girls. He's hitting you. He's disrespecting you, and now you're taking him to school and he's disrespecting not only the kids there, but his own teacher. But you want to sit here and act like you have some type of wisdom to, you know, relate to your audience as if you know what you're talking about. It's just, this is embarrassing that you're literally sitting here trying to have this conversation and you don't know what you're doing with your own sons. And Christian is, I mean, both your sons are a sweetheart. They're precious. But it's like, you are in no position to be trying to talk about these men when we see how you're failing your own sons.
So pretty. Look how pretty this rose is. It's perfect. I bought my baby roses yesterday, my daughter, for her birthday. And she said she took one out and she gave one to me. She's like, here, mommy. So I'm gonna leave it right there. But I feel really good. I feel like at peace. Like, not giving a fuck makes you feel at peace. When you give a fuck, and then it's not even a bad thing to give a fuck, but when you give a fuck about the wrong people, that shit is stupid lame. Like, shit is so fucking lame. I promise. I'm promising myself right now, I will never do that again. It's okay to love. It's okay to be nice. It's okay to like. It's okay to have feelings for somebody. But to actually give a fuck, like, open up your heart, like, ew. Like, for somebody who doesn't even see what you're doing, like, that's crazy work. And that shit will fuck you up. So, you know, stay good out here, y'all.
And this right here is why I said that Olivia is really hurt. Because she told this man that she was falling in love with him. And he did not reciprocate those feelings. He didn't even want to see if anything could come out of a relationship with her. He didn't want no part of it. He literally just checked out. And so this is why she's saying what she's saying right here. And this is why I know she's hurt. And I'm not going to sit here and say I don't get it. Like, I get why her feelings are hurt. But I just feel Olivia didn't really... She didn't have her eyes open. There was a lot of things this man was showing her and telling her that she was not listening to. There were a lot of things she should have caught on to, but she didn't because she was so focused on the fact that he was actually there in her presence, instead of really watching how this man was moving. So he was telling her, she just wasn't listening.
You seemed defeated yesterday. No, not at all. It's just, I have 5 kids. I think that you guys, here's the thing. I don't want to be a bitch when I say this. I have 5 kids and I do this shit all by myself. I don't have a nigga here. I don't have nobody fucking helping me. And I'm stressed out to the max from what my ex is putting me through financially. Only because I'm like, fuck, I need to do this, this, and this. He's just putting me through unnecessary shit. So, with that being said, I have a lot on my mind, and I'm dealing with 5 children by myself. And that's okay. I did this to myself. Blah, blah, blah. Blame, blame, blame. It's my fault. I understand that. And it's not even a bad thing. I love having all my kids together. It's chaotic. It's crazy. It's a lot of noise. Whatever. But that's what I chose for my life, and I love it. So that's cool. But defeated? No. I had a great day yesterday. My house is a fucking mess. I have to go clean it. But that's expected. Like, I'll clean and my house will become filthy that day because I have a lot of kids. It's just, I have a lot of kids, y'all. I got a lot of kids. When they come over here, it's like I'm trying to break habits, but I don't have them long enough to break habits. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's difficult, but it's okay. It's all right. It's going to get easier. You know, it's going to get better. And that's not even the problem, because when I have to, I'm going to scream, I'm going to yell, I'm going to get the spatula, I'm going to get on their ass, and they're going to do what they need to do. But yeah. Baby, but I changed my number yesterday. Thank God, finally. And now I have to like give not everybody, but give, right? Like, I swear only like 3 people know my number. No, like 4, 5. Like 5 people know my number. And I kind of like it like that. I kind of don't want to give anybody else my number. But I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to give these places my number. I'm doing good, y'all. I'm doing good. I'm just reflecting on life and seeing how other people's lives turned out. And I'm just like, that's the dream. That's what I'm like, the way, and I'm not trying to throw shade, or I'm not trying to like be mean or nothing like that. But the way that I see people do relationships these days, it's so like, ew. Like, that's what I'm supposed to want. I'm supposed to want to be in that type of situation. Like, if I cannot have a relationship the way that I want it, why would I want to be in one? For what reason? You know? I don't know if you guys know. That's just the way I feel, like. And I keep getting with these guys who are like, what do you think, Olivia? You think the world revolves around you? Yes. What the fuck? Am I supposed to say no? Like, why can't I be a spoiled princess? Like, ew, get out of my face.
There's a difference between wanting the world to revolve around you versus having a man that is attentive to your needs. You should not need for a man to treat you as if the world has to revolve around you, because you are not that important. Like, there is so much going on out here in the world, and you want to be the center of a man's universe. That speaks to someone who is very self-centered and is very selfish. And that is what you continue to project and show. So it makes sense to me why you would say that you want to be, or you want to be in a position where the world revolves around you, because you are a very selfish, self-centered person. But to have a man who knows how to be attentive to your needs. That is really all you need. Because even when you have a man like that, they can treat you like a queen. But see, you want this princess treatment and you don't act like a princess because, Olivia, princesses don't dress like you. Princesses don't talk like you. Princesses don't treat their children like you. Princesses don't sleep around like you. They have class. They have respect. They understand the value of having children. They understand the value of loving themselves and respecting themselves and carrying themselves as such. So for you to want this princess treatment, but yet you don't give princess treatment. You give something completely different. And I think it starts there. If you want to be treated like a princess, you need to act like a princess. You need to carry yourself as such.
Yes, the world revolves around me. What the hell? Duh. I'm a girl. I'm just a girl. The world can revolve around both of us, but you're too busy worried about the world revolving around me. The fuck? Why are men like that these days? What the fuck? Where are like the really masculine, like... No, I'm not gonna say masculine. I don't want to offend anybody, but... Liv, did you say... Wait, Liv, you did say you are toxic, though. I mean, I don't think I'm super toxic. I think I'm toxic enough. I think that, like, I like a little toxic, just a little bit. I don't need, like, a lot of it. I like a little bit, though. You guys, I'm a person who I like excitement, and I get bored quickly. So, like, I like a little bit of toxic, and I feel like... And I'm not going to say every man, but I feel like men like that too. Some men. At least the men that I want to be with, I want him to like that. Because, you know, I want to be like that with my man. Sometimes. Not all the time.
And this right here is why you keep ending up alone. This right here is why I keep saying you are the problem. This is why I keep telling you, Olivia, you are the common denominator in every relationship. Because this girl literally just said, I want a little bit of toxic. It's not anything wrong with wanting a little bit of toxic or toxicity in your relationship. Let me define, first off, what a toxic person is. A toxic person is someone whose behavior consistently harms, manipulates, or drains others, creating negativity and conflict in their relationships. Now I want y'all to also hear this. These individuals may be self-centered, controlling, and lacking in empathy. And their actions can lead to emotional exhaustion and self-doubt in those around them. Ding, ding, ding. This is you, Olivia. This whole definition is a reflection of you. So you want to sit here and blame the fact that you keep ending up alone because of the men that you're choosing. When in all actuality, because you are so toxic, you can't be content with another man unless they too can contribute some toxicity along with you. And then you have the nerve to say that you want a little bit of toxicity in your relationship. And this is what you keep getting. You are consistently bringing harm to yourself and to your children. You're manipulative. You drain everybody that comes in close proximity to you. You're very negative. You're always creating chaos and conflict around you. And you very much are self-centered. You're controlling, and you lack empathy even when it comes to your own children. This is why you are where you are in life. This is part of the root issues that are going on within you. This is what you need to be dealing with. And it's crazy that you want someone that is also toxic. What do you think is going to happen if you yourself are toxic and you bring another individual in a relationship with you that's toxic? Don't you think at some point that's going to create an explosion? To what magnitude? Who knows? It depends on how toxic the other person is. But you're waiting for something bad to happen. If you're sitting here saying that I need to have some toxicity in my relationships, girl, something is definitely wrong with you. And clearly we see why.
Liv, you need a country boy. They treat their women like princesses. I don't know about that. I don't know. I've been with the city guy. I've been with the guy that was, my first love, the one I always tell you guys about. He was from LA, born and raised. He was a city boy, or city guy, whatever you want to call him. And he was very loving. He gave me anything. He's like the guy that treated me the best, as far as like bought me whatever I want. Like, he really literally gave me princess treatment. But I told you guys he was a Mexican. So I'm telling you, I think there's something there.
So according to you, this guy who was your first love, who was the Mexican before Gerard, he was the only one that gave you princess treatment. He treated you so good. And yet look at what you did with that relationship. You cheated on him. Those were your words. You cheated on him. You cheated on a man who, according to you, treated you like a princess. But yet you want to turn around and say it's the men who don't know how to treat you right? It's the men who are the cheaters? But you yourself said that you had a good thing and you didn't know what to do with it. You cheated on him. Very interesting.
Because then the next one, which is my kid's father, he did that too, but he was just such a fucking cheater. Like, why do black men cheat so much? Like, why do they think that shit's okay? And that's okay if you want to fuck around. Just do it respectfully. Like, why? Like, I don't know what that is. And probably all men cheat. I'm not trying to say. I just haven't been with much of anything other than black guys. So, But he was such a fucking dog. Like, ew. And that's one thing to, like, be a cheater and, like, just like to fuck around. That's okay. But, like, don't be a liar, too. Like, ew. That's gross.
So, what does that make you, Olivia? Does that make you a dog as well? Because you cheated and you was lying about it. So, what does that make you? Like, let's be very clear about this. You're calling out Gerard for being a cheater and a liar, and you said because he was both of those things, he was a dog. So what does that make you? Because you cheated in a relationship prior to Gerard, so cheating was already in your system. You already had the ability to cheat in your relationship. So regardless of who cheated first in your relationship with Gerard, you cheated multiple times. And not only did you cheat, you wound up pregnant and tried to put it on Gerard, which makes you not only a cheater, but a liar. So it's like, what exactly are we saying here? Because if you're going to call out one group of people, you need to call out yourself too, because you ain't no better. You're not innocent. You're not the one who's always being cheated on and you never cheated on them. You can't even have that argument, because I don't care what a man does. If a man cheats on you, you walk away. You end the relationship. Why are you sitting here getting your lick back by cheating? I don't understand that. I really don't. But if you chose to cheat back, You did it because that's what you wanted to do. You can't sit here and say, oh, well, I cheated because you cheated on me first. No, you cheated because you wanted to cheat. Because if it is truly within you, in your moral compass, to not cheat, regardless of what the situation is, somebody cheating on you wouldn't make you get to their level or go to their level. You would just solely end the relationship and move on with your life. But if you cheated because somebody cheated back on you, you did that because that's what you wanted to do anyway. You're just using that, what they did to you, as an excuse to do it. But I just think it's weird that she's sitting here acting like she's the victim when, girl, you were the one doing the exact same thing.
The first one wasn't like that. But like I said, I think most men cheat anyway, so don't give a fuck. Don't put me in that shit. And plus, I don't even know what the I'm not doing nothing with nobody right now. I just want to be by myself. I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me and her alone. Okay? And then you have the audacity to be like, oh, well, I'm in a relationship now, but blah, 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 blah. Is you cool? Is you cool? You're in a relationship. That's crazy. Oh, God. What is the point? What you in a relationship for if you're trying to fuck on me? What is the point? She got a lollipop, y'all. Ooh. Okay. Y'all want to see what I got? First, I got a lollipop. Because we both got a lollipop, okay? Look what just happened, but look at, ain't that cute? It comes with a little shaker. A Henny Rita? That shit finna hit. Let me hush. So right now I'm gonna drink this Hennessy and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna want some. What am I gonna want, you guys, once I drink this Hennessy? What am I gonna want? She said Prison Bay. No, fuck Prison Bay. He's a fucking weirdo. The fuck? I don't know why that nigga's so weird. He's just a weirdo. But fuck him too. I do want him, but I've come to the realization, I think he's gay. I think the man is gay. And that's okay. If he's gay, he's gay. He can be gay. But be gay over there. Okay. I don't like, if you're gay, just say you're gay, honey. If you like the men, just say you like the men. We both be my homegirl then. What the fuck? What's the problem? You ain't gotta, keep it straight. You could be gay, but keep it straight with me, honey, okay? It's okay. We all like a little dang-a-lang sometimes. I'm just joking. Why is this bitch staring at me? Who's here? Is anybody working here? Hi, is the owner here? Okay.
So Olivia had went to the liquor store with Kalani to get her some Hennessy. This girl is definitely drinking a lot. And she was saying, I don't know why I'm about to drink this Hennessy because I'm going to be wanting something. And y'all already know what she was talking about. But then she was like, well, it's okay. I got options. And then, she stops at this place and she mutes the camera because she first asked if the owner was there. So I think she probably stopped at McDonald's to speak to the owner or the manager to inquire about whether or not if they were hiring. Because y'all know she's still needing to get a job ASAP. but she didn't want anyone to hear her conversation, so she muted the camera.
Somebody called me a nympho. What is a nympho? I don't even know what that is. Like, is that a freak? Let me see. Where's my other phone? I want the actual definition. I think that's just an old-fashioned word that he used. This is old-fashioned. But, like, what's a nympho for real? I don't think I'm a nympho, because I feel like nymphos... what the fuck? Who even says that anymore? Definition of nympho. I don't even know how to spell that shit. Is a slang... historically a woman with abnormally excessive... Oh, I am a nympho. Oh, shit. Abnormally excessive sexual desires. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's actually, like, right on the money. Yes, I am an nympho. Most definitely. Okay. So what's the new word for that? I don't know. Bitch. That's weird to call someone. No, imagine a man calling me that. Like, that's a problem? That's why I need a YN, y'all. That's why I told you. These old men can't keep up with me. And even the men that are my age can't keep up with me, okay? They be surprising themselves. Fucking with me. But anyway, that's not what this is about. I'm sorry. We got off track. We were talking about robots and stuff. I'm sorry. Tell me you can't keep up without telling me you can't keep up. I know. All you gotta do is call me an info. All of them. Brandon used to say the same thing. Brandon was like, you need to chill. All of them say the same thing. You guys already know the only person that could keep up was the person that could keep up. But no. Okay. So whatever. My nymphomaniac ass. Is that what it is? That's the real word? Nymphomaniac? What's the long word? People are gonna have a field day with this live. Liv said she was a nymphomaniac. Oh, it is nymphomaniac. Oh, it is. That's I don't know. I still say you were meant to be with... Ew, with Brandon? Gross. You guys, no. We're going to go outside, okay? Let's all go outside. This is what we'll do. When we start going outside, I'll take you guys with me, okay? Like, I'm going to take y'all with me because y'all need to see some new people. We all need to see some new people because, oh, no. Ain't no way. No, I don't want... Oh, I don't want nobody that I've already had. I'm over it all. I want new.
Oh, wow. How embarrassing. So, Joey was the one who told her she was a nympho. And it's funny how she said, you know, that is such an old word to use. But she didn't even know what the word meant. She didn't even know it was a word. But I am glad she is utilizing Google more because she definitely does need to understand more vocabulary. And I just think it's so funny that Joey was the one who had to tell her this because, you know, Joey said he was 42. When the people were asking Olivia how old Joey was, she, you know, was sitting next to Joey and she asked him if he wanted to tell the people. And he said he didn't have a problem, but, you know, he did let the people know he was 42 years old. But this is not the first time someone has called her a nympho. I remember covering this in one of my videos a few months ago where somebody in the comments told her she was a nympho. And I had to say in my video when I was reacting to it that, yeah, girl, you really are. But, of course, she is only paying attention to the fact because Joey was the one who said it to her. But I also found it to be funny when she looked the word up and was able to see what it meant. And then she was like, well, I guess I am a nympho. Like, girl. But honestly, I do believe there are some underlining reasons as to why Olivia is this way. And we have touched on it before in the past. But that's pretty much all for this video. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. It's OneLove, and I'm out.